Hey guys, Rick and Duke. Welcome to another episode of War Hog Words of Wisdom. This one here is entitled The World is Gone Mad. And man, we got some crazy times. But before we jump into the episode, this episode is brought to you by the Firearms Training Notebook. Again, guys, you got to have a plan for when you're out there training, whether it's live or dry fire training. Again, you want to make yourself 1% better. You got to get that data, take a look at it, see where our improvements need to be. And again, the Firearms Training Notebook is that perfect tool to put right in your range bag to improve your overall marksmanship ability, whether it's with your pistol or your rifle. So since you're out there kind of looking around or cruising the interwebs, do us a huge favor, hit that subscribe button, leave us a rating, review, all that other good stuff to help us beat big tech, because God knows we are being censored like nobody's business, suppressed like nobody's business. And again, the only way we fix it is with your support. So guys, do us that huge favor. Since you're out there, swing by warhog.com, kellydefense.com, sign up for the newsletter. And don't forget, 7-day free trial with our OTR Patreon crew. Or you just become a member of Patreon. You kind of get some access there as well. So I think that's pretty much all of our housekeeping. Man, let's jump into this thing. What is going on in the world? You know, ever since October 7th, Hamas, a terrorist organization, murderers, rapists, beheaders, burn people alive, right? These guys are savages. Next thing you know, somehow, and I'm going to put burden on probably big tech for this one, everyone's beating a drum. Oh, free Palestine. All right. Don't get me wrong. I'm all about free speech. However, here's where I've got some dramas. I got dramas when you start graffitiing war memorials to honor our dead. I got dramas when you sit there and graffiti the side of Camp Pendleton, right? So you get all these people on board going, free Palestine, yada. We even got it up at Capitol Hill. Old Senator, or not Senator, but Congresswoman Tlaib, right? She's all pro freaking Palestinian. Well, you're a terrorist in my book. Bottom line, right? You support Hamas. They are straight up terrorists. But ask yourself, all these people out there hooping and hollering free Palestine, what's the backside? What do you even know about them? What research have you done? Do you actually know what you're arguing for? So Hamas, who's in control of Palestine, right? These are the same cats that rip up their very water lines so they can make rockets out of them to shoot at Israel. Seems like some good people right there, huh? And again, October 7th, breached the border, killed 1,400 Israelis. Now, here's the thing. If you're an American listening, you forget. There's 30 Americans killed during that. At least that's the last number I've got. Could be more. And I think the last number is 10 Americans held hostage. So let's think about it for a minute. September 11th, 2001. We had the most catastrophic attack on the United States. September 12th, we're united as a country. What would have happened, do you think, if all of a sudden people were on board for Al Qaeda? Well, that's in essence what you got going on now. And again, what are you gaining by conducting these acts of terror? What are you gaining by killing civilians, raping civilians, beheading children, burning people alive, grenading civilians that are in their homes, in their bomb shelters, right? And then calling home bragging about it. And we wonder why we've got a mental health crisis around the world. To me, all these social platforms, they fuel that crap. Big tech fuels it. Big tech could do whatever they want. Lord knows they deactivated Warhawk Tactical page, right? Because of some violation. But man, scroll through. It's all one-sided. Is that fair? Then you got to look at these college campuses. Man, what a waste of money those things are. You've got college students on these campuses saying, gas the Jews. Gas the Jews. Man, we're not that many generations removed from World War II. And the horrors that our U.S. service members witnessed when they repatriated those concentration camps. Have we forgotten? So think about this. All these pro-Hamas individuals out there. What would you say, or would you change your opinion? Came to your neighborhood, killed everybody, raped everybody, chopped everyone's head off. Those still alive, we'll just burn them alive. What would you say to that? Bet your tides would turn. So up until this point, up until October 7th, you people have been silent. Haven't said a peep, not one iota. But shockingly, Hamas knows how to work social, or got their ends with Zuck and the rest of them crew. And next thing you know, it's a propaganda machine. Oh, our oppression. Oh, this. Oh, that. But we won't make any mention that they rip up their own water lines. They steal from their own people for the quote-unquote terrorist effort. Man, just does not compute with me. And I'm confused. How people can be that ignorant. If you want to sit there and have an opinion, I'm all about it. Just have an educated opinion. If you're one of these pro-Palestine people, why? What's your argument? Do you truly know the history of it? If you don't, then what are you arguing? And then these college punks, gas the Jews. What do you think we say? Gas the college campuses. What do you think about that one? You'd be all up in arms, hooping and hollering. I'm baffled. Absolutely baffled. Well, I am and I'm not, right? Because there are so many, when we look back and we really start turning these pages back, all these organizations, whether it's the communists, whether it's the terrorists, whether it's whoever, they've been planting these seeds for a long time. And they're taking root. And I'm just dumbfounded how people can be so ignorant. If you're going to pick a side. That's fine. Be educated on the subject. Be able to argue it. But we sit here in a country where we'll mutilate children and go, that's all right. Shockingly, back in the 40s, man, old Dr. Mengele, the angel of death, that was unacceptable behavior. How have we come such full circle? How have we, as a people, come full circle to sit there and go, violence against civilians, that's okay. Raping people, that's okay. I mean, God knows we're in this super pedo-friendly atmosphere, which I can't understand that one. Thank God for Florida. I think Florida's looking to pass some legislation where if you sexually assault a child under 12, it's a death penalty offense. I don't think it's gone through yet, but I know they're kicking that can around. And then you got people arguing, oh, why? Why not? Right? If you were a sex offender in the United States up until the 30s, you got castrated. Let that sink in. Right? But now all of a sudden, if you're going to sit there and defend them, what does that say about you? If you're going to defend terrorists, are you that ignorant? Or are you really backing them? And then we got to think 7+ million illegals that we know of in this country, right? Who knows how many others are in there? How many cells are just waiting? What's going to happen? Let's say they go to a college campus, smoke everybody. You going to be free Palestine then? You going to say gas the Jews then? You going to say whatever to our martyrs, all this hooping and hollering? You going to put red paint on the White House gates? Think about it. And again, if you're one of those that happens to listen to the show and you're not in tune to what we say here, just let that sink in. Are you truly educated on what you're arguing for? I'll tell you straight up. Yeah, I've done my research. I've looked. I know. And again, at the end of the day, savage attacks against civilians, unacceptable. And then you want to sit there and use the word misinformation. Oh, no. It's misinformation. That's the new buzzword for everything. Oh, no. That was propaganda, misinformation. Nope. I mean, people were killed. How's that misinformation? Hamas breached the Israeli border and killed 1,400 civilians. Not service members, civilians. Oh, that's misinformation. People, do your research. Understand what it is you're arguing for. Right, wrong, or indifferent. Like I said, I'm all about you having your voice. I'm all about free speech. God knows we don't have it in this country anymore. You know, the old social platforms where people think they can say what they want. You can't, because you'll get debunked or deactivated or shut down or whatever else Zuck's going to do to control, because he's all in a power play. Right? The propaganda machine of the United States government, because that's what they are. They are state actors. And why the federal government? Oh, yeah, that's right. Because the federal government's in the bag. The federal government's not going to prosecute them. If they were, Hunter would already be in jail. If they were, the mysterious cocaine in the White House already would have been solved. But the DOJ, they're done. But I'm sitting there, I'm baffled that what's it going to take for Americans to wake up? Is it going to take some catastrophic attack? Is it going to be a band of renegade Hamas terrorists running around the country just smoking people? See, I don't think they're going to do that, because they know. It's kind of like the old analogy. Why didn't the Japanese invade the mainland U.S.? And again, it kind of goes a couple different ways as far as translation. But basically, whether it's behind every grass, behind every door, there's an American with a gun. So all of you that argue against the Second Amendment, wow, that stopped the Japanese from coming on the mainland U.S. Think about that. Let that sink in. That might be the difference between them going, hey, let's do a terrorist attack on the ground, per se, because might get a little results. But man, there's enough people floating around with blasters. It's going to sit there and take care of that situation. But again, that falls on you as well. So if you've got the ability and you can get your concealed carry, God knows we got some communist states out there that are still restricting their citizens the very right to self-defense. And I got it. You're stuck there, families there, jobs there, whatever. Do something to have a plan. Do something to increase your safety. Do something to make sure if you are carrying a firearm, you are proficient with it. You know how to use it. You've made that mental process. Hey, am I willing to take another human being's life? It might boil down to it. We are in crazy times, my friends. And the only thing I can tell you guys, first and foremost, be prepared. Again, kind of goes to that accountability check. Did you work out today? Making sure yourself is fit. Do your dry fire or live fire training? Using the firearms training notebook to make sure, hey, we're becoming 1% better every single day with those platforms that we have. Oh, act of kindness. There's a novel concept because Lord knows Jewish students aren't safe here going to their own schools. What are you grateful for? I'm still grateful to be an American, without a doubt, because I've been to some absolute slums in the world. And trust me, we still have the best place going. But it is up to us to instill that in the next generation. Teach them those right values. Teach them about God. Teach them how to be pillars of society, not the slime of society. But guys, I just ask, try to spread the word. Try to educate people best you can. Don't get into a confrontation about it, right? Someone's going to be stupid. Hey, man, let them be stupid. But I will say this. Do not fall in the trap of with the world going mad. You fall in step. Make sure you're making your own decisions for you, not because the magic box is telling you that. Do your own research. On that note, patron standby. For the rest of you guys, God bless you. God bless your families. God bless our troops. And God bless the United States of America. Rick and Duco out.